Good morning, everyone. I'm so glad to see you here at Harvest Kids Online. We've got a great month ahead with a lot of fun planned because this month is all about creativity. Creativity is imagining what you could do because you're made in God's image. God's creativity is indescribable. It has no limits. And since God created us to be like Him, we can be creative too. I bet each of you listening this morning have some pretty incredible talents, like maybe playing soccer, blowing giant bubbles with your gum, doing handstands, or even swimming. But did you know the reason you're capable of doing such amazing things is really simple? It's because you're made in God's image. The same God who made Mount Everest and the Grand Canyon and even the Northern Lights is the same God that made you. Everything good in us is a reflection of our amazing God who not only made us, but who also made everything in creation. It's impossible for us to fully understand or explain God's greatness and how wonderful He is. You might say He's indescribable. And that's what our memory verse for the month says in Psalm 145:3. Great is the Lord and most worthy of praise. His greatness no one can fathom. Everything God does is beautiful and wonderful. That's why we're celebrating Him together today. So let's jump on our feet and sing some songs together this morning and thank God for all He's made and all that He's done for us.
I just wanna thank you 'cause everything you made is so beautiful. Every single star and every beat of my heart, and it's beautiful. You made my feet, you made my hands, you made me sing and you make me dance, 'cause your love is all around me, and your love is so astounding. I just wanna thank you 'cause everything you made is so beautiful. Every single star and every beat of my heart, and it's beautiful. Here we go, break it down now. Everything you created with your imagination is wonderful and good, wonderful and good. You're my inspiration beyond all explanation. You're wonderful and good, you're wonderful and good. Everything you created with your imagination is wonderful and good, wonderful and good. You're my inspiration beyond all explanation. You're wonderful and good, you're wonderful and good. I just wanna thank you 'cause everything you made is so beautiful. Every single star and every beat of my heart, and it's beautiful. I just wanna thank you 'cause everything you made is so beautiful. Every single star and every beat of my heart, and it's beautiful.
What's up, everybody? My name is Jacob, and today I want to talk to you about creativity, because there's so many different ways to be creative, right? You could be like a creative actor. Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him well. Who's Yorick? You got the wrong skull, kid. Oh. You could be a creative dresser. Hey! You could be like a creative, I don't know, scientist? But most of the time when you hear the word creativity, you think of something like this. A work of art. Or maybe you think of something like this. Wonder what's got him so anxious. Oh! Oh! Ugh, ewy. In today's story, you're going to hear about the very best creation of all time. Actually, it's the very first creation of all time. It's where creativity was born. And cockroaches. No, it's good. It's indescribable. See you in a few.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story. Inspired by the book of Genesis, chapters 1 and 2.
In the beginning. The very beginning. Before the first breath. Before the first flash of color. Before the first moment in time. There was nothing. Nothing. Nothing except God. But when God saw nothing, He saw a blank canvas. He saw the perfect backdrop for a work of art beyond imagination. So, God created. From absolutely nothing, He brought forth the heavens and the earth. But there was no shape or form. God's Spirit hovered over the dark emptiness. Then, God called out, "Let there be light." Brilliant light shattered the darkness like golden trumpets on a still morning. Bright rays shimmered and danced in all the hues of the rainbow. God saw the light was good. He divided the light from the dark, calling the light day and the darkness night. Evening and morning together shaped the very first day of all time. Then God said,
"Let there be a huge space between the waters. Let it separate water from water."
By His words alone, God shifted the waters, leaving a vast arching space above. The sky. Evening and morning rolled past, the second day. God lifted His voice again.
"Let the water under the sky be gathered into one place. Let ground appear."
Dry land shrugged its way out of the water. Islands and vast continents and gritty deserts and towering mountains. God called the dry ground land, and He called all the gathered waters seas. But God had even bigger plans for this day.
"Let the land produce plants, and let there be trees on the land."
In moments, tall grasses unfurled across the plains, and giant redwoods shot up from the dirt. Flowers and grapevines and carrots and corn sprouted and flourished. God saw that all of it was good. That evening and morning closed out the third day.
"Let there be lights in the huge space of the sky. Let them separate the day from the night."
At the sound of God's voice, the blazing sun exploded into being. The silvery moon spun out. Stars and galaxies flooded into space, filling the universe. Pew, pew, pew. God set the sun to rule the day, and the moon to rule the night. And God saw it was good. That evening and morning made up the fourth day. But God wasn't done painting His masterpiece just yet.
"Let the seas be filled with living things. Let birds fly above the earth and across the huge space of the sky."
Instantly, the seas and rivers and ponds writhed with dolphins and octopi, salmon and minnows, Eagles soared and bluebirds nested, while ostriches stretched their long necks. God saw they were good. That evening and morning formed the 5th day. But God kept working on his creation.
Let there be livestock and creatures that move along the ground and wild animals.
At once, animals of every kind appeared. Elephants thundered through the forests, and squirrels darted up tree trunks. Monkeys chattered, and pigs rolled happily in the mud. God saw it was all good. But he had one more creation in mind.
Let us make human beings so that they are like us. Let them rule over the fish and the birds. Let them rule over all the animals.
Then, with his own hands, God formed the very first man and the very first woman, Adam and Eve.
I'm me. And you are you.
And this place? It's beyond words.
Unlike the animals, God made people in his image to reflect him.
Have children and fill the earth. Rule over the fish and the birds and every living creature. I am giving you every plant on the earth for food.
God looked over everything he had created and saw that it was very good. That evening and morning were the 6th day. And on the 7th day, God rested. His work was finished. His glorious creation was complete. But because God had formed people in his image, they too could reflect his imagination and creativity. The possibilities ahead of them were endless.
Okay, I just thought of another way to describe creativity. Creativity is imagining what you could do because you were made in God's image. God created everything, right? He made the stars and the planets and the mountains and the oceans. He made dogs and cats and elephants and ostriches. But when he made us, it got personal. God made us so that we think and feel and act tiny bit like him. We are made in his image. So check it. Imagine looking at yourself in a mirror. That's what God is like. And no, I'm not saying that he has the same hairstyle or eye color, but look a little bit closer. There's imagination behind your eyes. You have a smile that could encourage someone when they're feeling down. And your hands that could help someone lift a heavy load. Ugh. All right. There's no limit to what God can do through you. That's because there's no limit to God's creativity. That's the one thing to remember today. There's no limit to God's creativity. Seriously, take a look this week at the things God has made and let it blow your mind. Look at the stars in the sky and think about how it could take literally millions of years just to visit one up close. Listen to the sounds outside your window at night and let yourself wonder, how do crickets make that noise anyway? And then look really close in the mirror and see how unique you are. See the color and feel the texture of your skin. Look deep in the reflection of your eyes to see a God that made you and loves you more than you could even imagine. That should give us all a lot to think about. No wonder this guy's a statue. He's thinking about God's creativity. Dude.
It's amazing to think how creative God really is. From nothing, God created everything, the entire world, the entire universe, and everything in it. He made everything we see and everything we know, from the smallest insect to the tallest mammal, from the highest mountaintop, that's Mount Everest, to the tiniest pebble. God created it all. He thought of sloths and eagles, glaciers and deserts, strawberries and chocolate, not to mention the entire universe that we've only started to understand. But even though he created all of that, there was one part of God's creation that he valued more than anything else. Do you know what it is? Let's look at Genesis 1:27 to see if you're right. It says, God created human beings in his own likeness. He created them to be like himself. God created us in his image. He created us to be like him. But remember, God didn't just create us. He wants a relationship with each one of us. That's why he sent his son Jesus to be our Savior. God wants a relationship with you, which is why he created you. Everything that's good in us comes from him. And as you pay attention, you'll start to notice the creativity God gave you too. Just like our bottom line says, there's no limit to God's creativity. Can you say that with me? There's no limit to God's creativity. So this week, take time to look around at all the things God created and thank him for it. Take a look in the mirror too. After all, you were made in God's image. Each one of us was created to think, feel, and act just a tiny bit like God. You'll get to talk more about what that means with your families in just a minute. So check out those parent guides to get started. And preschoolers, Ollie's got a special lesson just for you, so keep watching. I love you, boys and girls, and I'll see you right back here at Harvest Kids Online next week.
I love the way that God made me. Wake up in the morning and I wiggle my toes. Wiggle my toes. Oh, I stretch out my arms and I'm scratching my nose. Scratching my nose. Oh, so I clap my hands and stomp my feet because I love the way that God made me. I move my head and shake my knees because I love the way that God made me.
It's time to hear a story full of wonder. There's so much fun we'll have learning together. welcome to the clubhouse. It's me, Lucy, and I'm so happy to see you today. My friends and I were just doing something super duper fun. Do you want to know what we're doing? I'll give you a big hint. That's right! We're taking silly photos of each other, and we have all these crazy props to use like this. And like this. And even this. This has been the best day ever! Say cheese!
Ho! Ho!
It's Ollie!
Hello, Lucy. Ho! Ho! Taking pictures today, are you?
Hi, Ollie. I sure am. My friends and I have been having the best time taking silly photos and holding up these crazy props. Just look at this nose.
Everyone's eyes, nose, and mouth are different. It's true. I have a story about who made them for you. Just listen to this story. Just follow me through. Ho! Ho!
Follow me through. Follow me through. Ollie's got a Bible story for me and you.
And done. Hola, friends. I'm Luis, the handyman. It's so good to see you. Do you want to see my painting? You do? Okay, get ready. Ta-da! I painted a picture of me, myself. See, my brown eyes and my brown hair. I'm just a beginner, but I think I did a pretty good job. Which reminds me of a story. Do you want to help me build it? Great! Let's put it on the story fence. Hammers up, little builders. Ready? Uno, dos, tres, hammer! Ooh. Great job, little helpers. You can put your hammers down. Now, we just need our story tools. Yep, we've got everything we need. Okay, so today's true story from the Bible is about the maker of all people. Who do you think it is? God, that's right. God made everyone, and He made us to be like Him. But no two people are the same. It's true. Some people are girls. Some people are boys. Some have red hair. Some have black or blonde or brown hair. God made us all in the most wonderful way. He created people with fingers and toes and ears and eyes. God created people with legs and arms and a mouth and teeth. God even gave us a brain to think. Incredible, right? God is amazing, and He made us to be like Him. Now, speaking of our brains, God gave us very special brains. God made us to learn. It's true. There are so many things we can learn. We can learn how to talk and tie shoes and read books and ride a bike. There are new things to learn every day. In fact, we're learning about God right now. And God made us so creative. Who here loves to dance? Huh? Haha, good. Who here loves to sing? Woo! Great. And who loves to build towers with blocks? Awesome. That's because God made us creative, like Him. And do you know one of the best things we can do with our amazing, wonderful, creative selves? Help others. Yes, God made us to help. We can help others by painting get-well cards, or helping clean up, or saying kind words. Isn't that amazing? God made us to learn, to create, and to help. Hey there, Ollie. Tell me, who made you?
God made me. Yes, it's true. Now let's hear it from you. Tell me, who made you?
God made me. That's the truth, friends. You better believe it. Adios!
So there's your story. And it's all true. God made all of us special. And that includes you.
Thanks, Ollie.
Goodbye to you. Hoo, hoo.
Wow, that is so cool. God made all of us. We are all special and unique in every way. I think I got the story. Did you get it? If you did, say got it. Get it? Got it! Good! Hey, I have an idea. Can I take your picture? When I say cheese, show me the silliest face you can make. Are you ready? Say cheese. Wow, that was awesome. Good job, everyone. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Psalm 139:14. One more time. I am fearfully, wonderfully made. Psalm 139:14.